1. Who was the first Portuguese sailor to discover the sea route between India and the West? When and where in India did he arrive for the first time? Answer. The first Portuguese sailor to discover the sea route between India and the West was Vasco da Gama. He arrived in Calicut, India for the first time in 1498. 2. Who was the English sailor able to move round the earth through the sea route? Answer. The English sailor who was able to move around the earth through the sea route was Sir Francis Drake. 3. Who was the English sailor who entered India for the first time with a petition letter, and when? Answer. The English sailor who entered India for the first time with a petition letter was Captain William Hawkins in 1608. 4. When and where did the East India Company initially establish? Answer. The East India Company was initially established on 31st December 1600 in London, England. 5. Write 2 objectives of the East India Company to permanently rule in India. Answer. 2 objectives of the East India Company to permanently rule in India were to establish a monopoly over trade and commerce, to gain political control over Indian territories. 6. When and where in India was the first trade center of the English established? Answer. The first trade center of the English was established in Surat, India in 1613. 7. What is Fort William? Answer. Fort William is a fort built by the British in Calcutta, now Kolkata, in 1696 to protect their trading interests. 8. Which were the 2 main divisions of the British administrative period of dependent India? Answer. The 2 main divisions of the British administrative period of dependent India were the Company Rule, 1757 to 1858, and the Crown Rule, 1858 to 1947. 9. Who, when, and with what objective was the Gulf of India Act enacted? Answer. The Gulf of India Act was enacted by the British Parliament in 1858 with the objective of transferring the powers of the East India Company to the British Crown, thus bringing India directly under British rule. 10. When and with what objective was the Indian Councils Act enacted? Answer. The Indian Councils Act was enacted in 1861 with the objective of including Indian members in the legislative councils and expanding the role of Indians in the administration.